excuse me, am I messaging the right person? Is this Alex's fiancé that I'm talking to right now? Is this your phone number? Are you who I think you are?
Hello? Excuse me, but I don't know who this is. I don't have this number in my contacts. I don't mean to be rude, but who is this, and how did you get this number?
Oh my, well, this just isn't good enough now, is it? No way am I actually having to message you and then you have no idea who I am. Don't you know your own fiancé's mother's name? How can you not know his own family yet? Do you even want to marry my handsome and brilliant son? Like, really? I'm asking you a serious question here.
Wait a minute. What did you just say to me? Okay, you just messaged me out of the blue and you ask me that sort of question? I suppose you are Alex's mother then?
Yes, that's right. And how do you not understand that from the first message I sent you, silly girl? You're really getting too ahead of yourself by having to ask me my name. I guess that's made me realize that you have no idea about manners and how to talk to your new in-laws. How rude are you? This is unbelievable. I can't believe the conversation is starting like this. I suppose it would be different for ordinary people like you who live in a different world than ours. I wonder if it's because you come from a lower-class family, stupid girl.
Well, you took me by surprise, to be honest. It was so sudden that I never expected to hear from Alex's mother. I never planned on you contacting me like this. Sorry. I apologize for my late introduction, but my name is Tammy. I know that we haven't properly met yet, but I recently got engaged to Alex. Actually, he asked me yesterday to marry him. We were planning to come over soon to your place and start our proper introductions in person. I wanted to actually say hello and tell you a bit about myself.
Wow, you're seriously such a carefree person. I can tell from the way you're interacting with me in these messages. You were contacted by a woman who might become your future mother-in-law. And then you turn around and announce how obvious to who I am, and it just seems so downright rude. I realize now that you're not a good fit for my Alex. I think the best thing for all of us right now is for you to cancel your engagement with my son and then break up so that we don't have to deal with you, okay? Can you at least do that?
Wait, what did you just say? You want me to break up with Alex because I didn't know who you were? Look, I never thought that I would hear from my mother-in-law so soon. I also haven't heard anything from Alex that you would get in contact with me before we came over to see you and the rest of the family. I'm just surprised to hear from you.
Are you actually being serious right now? Well, you and Alex coming over here to meet the family won't be necessary. Of course, he wouldn't message you about this. He's so busy with his job, is he not? He doesn't have time to report to you every time someone new is going to get in contact with you, Tammy. If you want to become Alex's wife, you have to be prepared to respond smartly to any situation, and you obviously haven't with this situation. I'm sure Alex will dump you right away, no?
I suppose you've got a point, but it's still a bit confusing what you're saying to me. I do apologize for any inconvenience that I've caused. I'll be more careful next time.
Okay, well, we're using up all our precious time for you to greet us and say hello. Next time you come over to our house, don't disappoint us, all right?
Yes, of course. I'll do my best to not disappoint. I understand what you mean now. Thank you for making the time to message me. I'm looking forward to meeting you soon.
You're an absolute weasel, Tammy. You're just a scavenger that approaches our lovely home looking for money because we work for a bank. All you are is a low-life woman who was raised by a single mother and is not worthy of anything in life. I guess you were hoping to marry a rich man? But unfortunately for you, and thank God for my family, that's not going to happen. There is no way that I'm going to let you marry my son, Alex.
Okay, I don't know where this is all coming from. This is just too much to take from someone like you. Would you quit throwing all of this at me, please? All you're trying to do right now is to get me out of your house, which is awful. I thought that as a new person entering this family that you'd be more welcoming and kind.
Well, you know, since ancient times, there have been many rituals that people do to slay demons out of their lives, right? That's what I'm trying to do. A poor woman approached my son for money, and so he felt bad for her, so he thought it would be good to throw coins at her. But he won't do it, so I'll have to do it, so you can leave.
So, you basically don't want me in this family because of me being from a different socioeconomic class? Really? Fine, so be it. I'll leave. Don't you think you'll regret this?
Oh, boo-hoo. Look, you're a poor person. I'll regret nothing. Don't get so cocky with me just because you were able to step over the threshold of my house. Don't ever think about contacting my son ever again. You're a horrible fit for him, and I want you to stay away from him. I'm going to cut you out of our lives now. Don't you ever try to get involved with my family ever again. You're a pest, and we don't want you anywhere near us. The engagement is off, and you're to stay away from Alex.
Is that what you want to happen, is it? Fine. If you're going to be this way, so be it, dear mother-in-law. I hope that you get what you want from this and that everything goes well for you.
What the heck do you think you're up to, you filthy human being? What's going on here? How did I only just find this out? I had no idea. Is your mother from the Davies family?
Okay, first of all, who the heck are you? That's a really stupid question to ask me. You just come out of nowhere and try to get information about my mother? Are you thick or something?
How dare you ask who this is when you know perfectly well who I am? It's me, you stupid little girl. It's Grace, you know, Alex's mother. So does this mean that your last name is Davies? I really need to ask you this question, and it is crucial that you answer truthfully. Could it be that your mother is the wealthy Penny Davies? Is this for real, Tammy?
Okay, so far, I wanted to point out a few things to you, Grace. First of all, I don't have a fiancé named Alex. I don't know if you recall, but yesterday his mother cut me out of the family. She declared that, and I just did what I told her to do. But to answer your question, yes, my mother's name is Penny Davies. I don't know if she's known as a billionaire, but she does run a very successful company, and she does a lot of business with banks. But this conversation has nothing to do with you, Grace.
What the heck are you even talking about? Of course I've got a huge connection to what we're talking about right now, Tammy. Your mother is a regular customer at my husband's bank. Your mother has obviously been a loyal customer for a very long time, but the entire deposit that she had with our bank has been withdrawn. So that means other customers have noticed, and there's a huge fuss going on at our banks right now. What on earth are we supposed to do now that your mother has done this?
Oh, okay, that's very interesting. I see what you're talking about, Grace. My mother decided yesterday not to do business with your husband's particular bank anymore. When I told my mom that my fiancé's mother had treated me badly, if you cut ties with me, Grace, which you did, we're going to cut ties with you and your family. My mother knew what she needed to do to make sure that everything was done correctly. She quickly withdrew all of her savings. My mother works fast, so I was surprised too.
Oh, that seriously can't happen to us, especially to my husband. How unfair of you both for doing this to us. How can you let your mother do this? I had no idea that your mother was one of our regular customers, so you can't throw all the blame on me. If we can just change things, then of course I'll let you get married to Alex. Then you'll be able to live happily ever after, and the bank will be perfectly all right. I wish that you'd told me sooner about who your mother is.
Yeah, no, I'm fine not doing what you're offering, Grace. You literally threw coins at me because you thought I was so poor. What's worse is that you made Alex watch. It was so hard to see him do nothing for me. He didn't even try to take my side in what was happening. He just sat there in silence. I thought he had more courage than that. Then those horrible last words, "I guess I can't marry you at all," was the final straw for me. I felt so ashamed that I would ever think of marrying someone like him.
Hey, you can't just say that to me. That is my darling son you're insulting here. When you're in a relationship, it's only normal for conflicts to happen, right? Don't you understand, Tammy? You've got to be more lenient when it comes to dealing with things like that. It's not his fault at all. He just froze.
If he froze, then why was he not snapping out of it when you were literally throwing hard coins at me? Explain that. I guess my values don't match your family's values. I'm really not a fan of people who try to dismiss their actions. And that's exactly what you and your family are trying to do here, Grace. There's no way we'd get along.
Oh, come on now, Tammy. That's a bit of an exaggeration. It was just a little quarrel that we were all having in the house, okay? Please believe me when I say that. Besides, it would be so good if we could all just try to get along as a big and happy family from now on. If we get along well at work and within the family, we'll be fine.
It would be beneficial for you to be friendly to us now that my mother has taken her savings out of your bank. There's no benefit for us to be friendly to you, Grace. You've got nothing that we want, so why should we have to be nice? In fact, I can't believe I'm involved with such a trashy and utterly rude family. You're wasting my time. We're in a very good position right now. We can choose which bank we want to deposit our money in now. We can determine who will be successful or not.
Tammy, please don't go and say those sorts of things. We can make you and your mother very successful when it comes to our bank. Don't say something like that. This time I went way too far. It's only because when I heard that you'd come from a really small family, well, a single mother family, that I didn't think that you would come from a good family. But it seems like your mother is a fantastic lady who worked really hard, so it's a completely different story than what I assumed. If you told me about your mother, this wouldn't have happened.
Well, she's a wonderful mother that doesn't need the stress or agony of having to deal with a family like yours. I say that very firmly, and I've woken up from your attitude. You'll also respect our intention to have no further contact with you. You contact us again, and we'll ignore you. We don't need this toxicity in our lives. We'll never do business with your bank ever again after the way you've treated me. Please stop trying to get in contact with me because I don't want to answer with you.
Please, Tammy, don't be like this. I feel really bad for saying what I did to you. Don't say such mean things when I'm trying to apologize. If you did that, we'll go bankrupt.
You literally called me a weasel, Grace, that I was wanting your family's money? What's with you calling me that for? So what do you think about saying that to me?
Look, I guess I wasn't thinking what I was saying the other day when you came over to the house. I guess I started to judge too quickly.
So who was the person that was being mean again? Because it definitely wasn't me, Grace. If my mother wasn't in the position that she's in now, I guess this wouldn't happen, right? But all she's been is a single mother to me, and you think that she's poor and separated from everyone else in society, right? You shouldn't jump to conclusions. There'll be no need for you to apologize for your own convenience at this point. I don't intend on forgiving or giving you a second chance with my family.
But I swear I didn't really mean anything I said to you. Look, people at the bottom of society have got nothing to do with us. I had no idea that your mother wasn't lower class. If your mother was a lowlife, I wouldn't have anything to do with her, and I would have just been insulting her behind closed doors to my own family.
Oh, is that right? So is that supposed to make me feel better about the entire situation? This still makes you super judgmental and horrible to deal with. Also, I was curious about something, so I hope that you don't mind me asking this super blunt question. How did you end up getting to your position in the first place, huh? Did you literally make any effort in getting to where you are today? Or did everyone else do all the work for you and you took all the credit for it?
Well, I saved my husband, who was also very wealthy at the time, from his disgusting and super gold-digging ex-girlfriend. I even got myself pregnant in order to marry him. I did my best to get him away from that vile woman. I did my best with him, and we're about to be successful with our bank. And this is where I am now.
Oh, okay. Is that so, Grace? So this is all the result of your own effort then? Very interesting. Does doing what you did make you better than the rest of society? You look down on people based on the shape of their family and who doesn't benefit them financially, so all you do is cut them off before giving them a real chance. If you're going to act like that towards everyone that you come across, then I've got no choice but to do the same to you, Grace. Prepare to be cut off for the first time in your life.
Hey, Tammy, no! Don't you dare say something like that to me, okay? Your mother's a huge customer and we need her to keep the bank running. If you really want to marry my son, go ahead and do that. It's fine. I'm okay with it. Of course I'll allow it and I'll give you my blessing. We can give you money for the wedding ceremony and reception. We can give you whatever you like, okay? Just please tell your mother to put her money back into the account that she's got at our bank, all right?
Unfortunately, I've got to decline your request. I don't plan on doing any business with you anymore. I've got business to attend to, so I'll be ending this conversation now.
Hello, my dear. I just wanted to get in contact with you because I knew you were a little anxious about interacting with that horrible woman, Grace. Have you properly taken care of things with her? Did she get in contact with you when she found out that I withdrew all my savings from their bank?
I've got great news for you, Mom. She ended up getting in touch with me, and I could tell how much she was on her knees begging me to accept her apology. Well, I do wonder if what she says counts as a type of apology, though. Anyway, they asked me to fix everything that happened, and I flat out refused.
Ah, okay, I see what you did. I don't blame you after all the things she said to you about who you are and where you come from. That's good. I'm glad you refused her. I won't have anything to do with those people from now on. I don't need them handling my finances at all. They hurt my precious daughter for no apparent reason, and they thought it was funny to literally throw coins at you, thinking that you were poor. If anyone does that to a person, they deserve to get cut off.
Yes, you're very right, Mom. I'm glad that I came to you about this and that I had the guts to be able to approach this woman and cut her off. Thank you for giving me your strength.
My amazing daughter, you're my number 2 for my company, so it's great to have confidence when it comes to dealing with those type of people. You don't need to be involved with people who do nothing but hurt you, especially when it comes to your partner's family. You don't need their crap at all. Always put yourself before them.
Yes, you're right. It's easier said than done, but I'm glad that I've grown to be able to put myself first in awful situations like that. It's hard since I've been looked down on, since I came from a single mother household. To be honest, I was very angry with others when they brought it up in a cruel way. I know now I was very lucky to have a mother like you.
Hey, really? Oh, is that how you actually feel about your family situation now? Well, that makes me feel so grateful to have a daughter like you, Tammy. I wasn't going to let you suffer just because your father wasn't in the picture. I raised you, so I hope you can take better care of yourself and your mental well-being from now on.
Yes, I definitely will put my mental health first when it comes to dealing with difficult people. I had a bad feeling about Grace when she started talking about you. I knew she was going to start looking down upon me and treat me like trash. I should have stepped back more and learned from what happened.
Yes, exactly. Unfortunately, we must learn from these terrible people in this world. I'm just glad we are not related to any of those types of people. I think that it's enough that you've realized their true nature. Now all we have to do is team up and put our hands together. I know that we make a great team, Tammy. Those people just got to their position without putting much effort into their work. I think that Grace is just a big-headed fool who's been wielding her power because of her husband, right?
Yes, I couldn't agree with you more, Mom. On top of that, Grace stole her husband from his ex-girlfriend, apparently. She was bragging about her shotgun wedding. She seems to be mistaking that for hard work. It's not hard work at all. It's just home wrecking. Even at her age, what she's done is so pathetic.
Yeah, I don't want to be too rude, but I thought that was probably the case about her. She thinks that she can throw money at people and send them on their way. I don't think that behavior is any good at all. She's definitely not a good person. So I suppose that we don't have to show her any mercy, right?
I think you're absolutely right, Mom. I think the best idea was to withdraw your money from their bank and leave them to save their business. I'm really glad you did that.
Please, Tammy, please bless us with your presence. Alex really does regret not being able to marry you, Tammy. Oh, please, won't you just give my family one more chance? Please.
Oh, no. Is everything going to collapse soon for you? Oh, what an absolute shame. You know, I thought that it would be a waste of time and effort to have such a pointless conversation. Grace, I don't reply to things or people that I'm not interested in. What I'm curious about is whether everything is going to go bad for you soon. Oh, is that actually why you're contacting me right now? Because you're about to tell me that everything is going to turn to crap and say that you actually deserve it?
Hold on a second, okay? Isn't that a bit cruel? Don't you think you're being a bit cold-hearted right now, Tammy? We're seriously regretting the way that we've treated you. Also, Alex and I have been talking about how much we miss you and that he wants to do his very best to get back with you. He wants to start over with you, Tammy. Isn't that great?
Oh, is that so? I don't really want to start over with a man who doesn't stand up for me, so you can go ahead and tell him that, all right? He just has to accept that, Grace.
No, that's not good at all. Why are you being like this? We're a respectable family of bankers, okay? Don't you get that? If we work together, Tammy, we can expand our business here at the bank. Don't you think that will be great? You'll also benefit from this too, because I'm sure Alex will spend a lot of money on you. Please, just help out, okay?
That's why I'm asking you if everything is turning bad for you, Grace. I guess from the way you're talking to me, it is. However, we're working to destroy you too. It'll be fine if you tell me the results once everything collapses, so feel free to keep me in the loop about that, okay? I can't wait to hear about the bank's fall from grace.
Excuse me? Why are you being like this to me right now? Don't you see that we're struggling right now? How can you just let this happen to us?
Can you please read over how you were treating me a few days ago, Grace? Don't you think it's obvious that I want you to fail since you were terrible to me? So it's only natural for me to tell you that we're trying to destroy you. You think you're better than everyone else. I don't accept that kind of attitude. You need to please tell me how everything goes with the bank once the results come in. I want to know whether your bank's going to be a bust or not. Well, there's actually no need for me to check what the results are. I've got a bit of a mean personality too, you see. So hearing this is making me feel so much better.
Excuse me? Are you being serious right now? What kind of task do you and your mother want us to do, Tammy? Why are you being like this towards me?
Oh yeah, I guess I should try and explain why I'm being like I am. Our job right now is to destroy your family because you've treated people with disrespect for too long. We've used all of our connections to move the funds that we've got from your bank. We originally wanted to help your business, but of course our minds changed when I met you, Grace. So we also got help from other people that have the same amount of savings as what we do in your bank. They also don't want to do business with you either.
I thought that it was strange that they were also bailing from our bank. You spread all that information about us. How dare you? You're completely ruining our business. At a time like this, everyone is moving their savings to other banks. I knew that something like this is going on. Oh, I can't believe this. How could you be so horrible?
Because you were horrible first. You've been treating people so badly. But yes, that's what we've been doing. There's nothing you can do now, Grace. The rest of what's happening will either collapse around you, or maybe you'll have the chance to rebuild everything, but that's ultimately up to you. I think it'll be good for you to make some good efforts so that you don't end up bankrupt. But in order to do that, you shouldn't be so arrogant, Grace. It's about time you wake up.
Please don't let this happen to us. I didn't mean anything I said a few days ago. Please just tell your mother to invest in our bank again so that we can keep afloat. Don't be like this. Don't be so evil. Don't do this all because we were a little bit mean to you. It was all just a little joke that got out of hand.
Wow, are you really telling me that right now, Grace? How would you feel if someone looked down on you all the time, huh? You know what, Grace? I'm really glad that I didn't get married to a man who was basically scared to do anything to protect his fiancé. I never wanted to marry into such a rubbish family with such crappy values. The lower class aren't the scum of the society. People like you are.
I'm begging you, please don't do this to my family. I regret everything I said and did to you and your mother. Please just invest your money into our bank. We'll have no money soon. Please help us marry my son, and you can be an essential part of this family, Tammy. I'm on my knees right now. Just cooperate with us this one time.
No, none of you deserve my help or my mom's help. I don't want to hear from you ever again. Please leave me and my family alone. If you don't, I'll inform the authorities. After that, Grace tried to approach Tammy and Penny near their house, and they told her to stay away. She ended up ignoring their request, and they called the police on Grace. She was then taken away by them, so she couldn't sob and beg on her knees in front of them anymore. Tammy's ex-fiancé Alex came to her to apologize for how his family has treated her. Tammy didn't see any value in taking his apology seriously, so she told him that she's going to ignore his apology, and the conversation slowly died down and he walked away from her. From now on, Tammy and Penny have consulted with a lawyer, and this mess will go through the law firm that they've hired. They intend to make Grace, Alex, and the rest of their family to make them reflect on their actions and pay the money that they're holding from them in the bank. After that, Tammy was able to strengthen the bond with her mother again. They embarked on a business expansion and regained peace. The next person Tammy meets, she'll definitely do a thorough background check on their personality and on their family before starting a relationship.
Tomorrow I'll be coming over. I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, no. I mean, you're actually in the way, though.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
Exactly what it sounds like, of course. You're really in the way. Why are you coming over in the first place? I mean, this house was just newly built, and you're going to bring a whole vibe of poverty with you. You're not planning to move in with us, are you?
Alyssa, I'm not quite sure I understand what you're trying to say. Tomorrow is the housewarming party, right? I thought you invited all the relatives to gather and celebrate together. That's why you asked me to come, isn't it?
My parents are, of course, welcome to come, but I don't recall inviting you. Why would you come as if it's a given that you're supposed to be there?
Kyle invited me. Are you telling me you didn't want me there? After all the support I've given? That seems hard to believe.
What? I don't recall you giving us any support whatsoever. Besides, it's only natural for parents to support their children. My parents would never be so self-righteous as to hold that over my head.
Well, sure. That may be true, but I'm still your husband's mother. I'm Kyle's mother too, and by extension, I'm your mother-in-law. Don't you think it's a bit much to treat me like I don't matter? I've helped out with a lot with the house too, so...
Wait a minute. You're not seriously thinking about moving in with us, are you? Because if you are, let me be clear. There is absolutely no chance of that happening. Do not even think about it.
I never said anything about wanting to move in with you.
Oh, really? Are you sure you're not secretly eyeing our new house and planning something? But I heard that you're actually planning to live with Kyle's younger brother, Chris. That's what I've been told, so don't you go changing plans without consulting anyone, okay? I'm telling you now, living together is off the table. Absolutely not happening. I'm sure you already understand that though, don't you?
I understand, but there's no need to be so harsh about it, is there? And again, I never said anything about wanting to live with you. Have you ever been listening to what I've been saying?
Whatever. I just can't deal with people who don't have any money.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Sorry to say this, but I absolutely refuse to take care of you in your old age. It's just not going to happen. I know it must be tough for you with your husband gone, but that's not my problem. Just don't get involved in our lives, okay? For me, it would be a huge inconvenience if you did. I absolutely refuse to be dragged down by someone without money. There's no way I'm going to let a poor person like you ruin my life.
Hold on, Alyssa. What exactly do you think you're saying right now? Calling me poor? That's incredibly rude and insulting, don't you think? What exactly do you take me for?
A poor beggar, I guess.
Alyssa, enough. I'm coming tomorrow to celebrate you. You're being unbelievably rude. I don't know what kind of misunderstanding you're under, but I expect you to show at least some basic courtesy.
Well, you wouldn't have to worry about that if you just didn't come, would you? You seem so eager to come to our house, and I'm just suspicious. You're not planning on showing up because you need money again, are you? Anyway, for your own good, I suggest you don't come tomorrow.
What? Need money? What are you talking about? I don't understand what you're getting at, but I'll see you tomorrow. Kyle, there's something that's been bothering me a little.
Huh? What is it? The house was built without any problems. It's perfect. Brand new.
Well, that's actually what I wanted to talk about. Has Alyssa misunderstood something about me? She said something that made it seem like I'm asking for money, but that's just absurd. I would never do something like that. So how could she even get such a strange idea?
Wait, what? Alyssa said something like that? I don't really know why she would say that, but, women can be like that sometimes, right?
Like that? What do you mean by like that?
They tend to misunderstand things and say weird stuff. But hey, I wouldn't know anything about it, and Alyssa probably didn't mean it seriously anyway. It's better if you just don't worry about it.
It's not just a matter of me worrying about it. I'm asking because I want to understand how this misunderstanding even came up in the first place. That's why I'm asking you. And did you not tell her about the details regarding the house? Like the budget? If she knew that, there's no way this kind of misunderstanding would have happened, don't you think?
She probably knows everything she needs to know. I mean, maybe I might have forgotten to mention a few small details, but that's not really something we need to dig into too deeply, right? Seriously, don't stress about it.
Kyle, I don't really understand what you're saying here. What do you mean by not digging too deeply? Are you telling me you didn't explain everything to her? Because if you didn't, then that's probably why this misunderstanding is happening. I really want to clear things up before this gets worse. Can we sit down and have a proper conversation about this tomorrow? I don't like the idea of this confusion being left unresolved.
Wait, hold on a sec. Were you planning to come over tomorrow?
What are you talking about? You're the one who invited me in the first place.
Well, yeah, but you're not that close with Alyssa, so I didn't actually think you'd come. Are you coming with Chris?
Yes, Chris and his wife are planning to come too, and I'm coming with them. But the way you're talking, it sounds like you don't really want me to come. What's that about? What are you trying to say?
No. That's not what I meant at all. You're just overthinking this, really. So, see you tomorrow then, and don't worry too much about Alyssa. It's best if you just avoid talking about it altogether, huh?
I don't understand at all, Kyle. I'm asking because I want to know more details, but you're not listening to a single word I'm saying.
Wow, you actually came. I should have put up a sign saying old hag's not welcome. Seriously though, why don't you just head back home already?
Alyssa, I can't believe you can say something like that.
Well, I didn't say it directly earlier because of Kyle, obviously. But look, there's nothing for you here. So why don't you just go home already? I don't remember inviting you to our new house. We don't do charity work here, and we definitely don't entertain money-hungry old hags. So why don't you take the hint and get out?
You might regret saying things like that. You really have no idea what you're doing, do you?
Regret? Well, what's gonna happen, huh? Seriously, you're talking like you're someone important. Well, newsflash, you're not. You're just a washed-up, broke old woman. There's nothing I want from you. Just leave already, okay? And do it quietly so you don't ruin the mood for everyone.
I understand exactly what you're trying to say now. But trust me, you're going to regret this. Are you sure this is what you want? Does Kyle know you're saying these things?
Of course he knows. Kyle said I can do whatever I want. He told me he doesn't care if I cut ties with you. You're his mom, but clearly he doesn't care about you at all. It's honestly hilarious how little respect he has for you.
That might be true. I see. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing anymore. It seems like there's a lot Kyle hasn't told you yet. But that's no longer my concern, is it? If cutting ties with me is really what you want, then so be it. I'll leave now. Goodbye, Alyssa.
Oh, please, just go ahead and leave already. We both know you're just saying that because you're bitter. Honestly, neither Kyle nor I care about anything you have to say.
Goodbye, then. Enjoy the rest of your day. Just remember, today might be the last fun day you have for a while.
Answer the phone! What the hell is going on? There are workers here saying they're going to demolish the house. They've even brought in heavy equipment. I asked Kyle, but all he's doing is freaking out. He just keeps saying ask her. What's happening?
I've decided to demolish the house. Is there a problem with that? It was my land and my house after all.
What? What are you even talking about? That makes no sense.
That house was built on my land, and the house is in my name as well. I had it built according to your and Kyle's wishes, but now I've decided to pass it on to my younger son Chris and his wife. So I'm having it demolished and rebuilding it for them. You've had enough time to enjoy the new house, haven't you? It's time for you to move out so the construction can proceed. It's not your house anymore.
Wait. What are you even talking about? This is Kyle's and my house. What's this nonsense about land and names? This is absurd.
I knew it. Kyle never told you, did he?
What? What didn't he tell me?
Well, Kyle really wanted to give you a new house. You were always comparing yourself to others, complaining about how your friends had new houses and how much you wanted one too. Kyle wanted to make you happy. But then his company went under. I bet he didn't see that coming.
Wait, Kyle's company collapsed?
Yes, he tried to buy a house for you to meet your expectations, but after his company went bankrupt, he couldn't even get a loan. So he came to me. Since I own a lot of land in the area, I had a few properties, but you and Kyle insisted on a brand new house. I lent him the land and helped with the construction cost. That's how you got your new house.
This is crazy. This is completely insane. If what you're saying is true, that means Kyle, my husband Kyle, has been lying this whole time. He's been unemployed, secretly living off your money and hiding it from me. That makes him a total loser.
Well, loser might be a bit harsh, but yes, that's the truth. The house you've been boasting about, that new house you're so proud of, it's thanks to the poor old woman you were so eager to insult. Isn't that ironic?
No. That has to be a lie. Kyle told me. He said you were the one asking for money. He said you were in debt, and that's why we were barely making ends meet each month. He said he was lending you money every month.
No, Alyssa, still don't get it? The reason you and Kyle are barely scraping by is because he hasn't had a job since the company went bankrupt. Do you even know if he's been making any money at all since then?
So, wait. all of this is true?
Why would I lie? Anyway, I've had enough of this conversation. I need you to move out as soon as possible. We can't start the demolition work with you still there, and frankly, you're just causing trouble. You tried so hard to kick me out of the house, but it turns out you're the ones who have to leave after all. Funny how things work out, isn't it?
Wait! You can't just spring this on us out of nowhere. Talk to Kyle first. He's your son. And look, I know you're mad about how I acted yesterday, but you can't go this far. This is too much, don't you think? This house is brand new. We just moved in. Tearing it down is crazy.
The fact that I'm willing to go this far just shows how much I don't want you living here anymore.
What? Do you really hate me that much?
It's not just you. I'm fed up with Kyle as well. But Chris and his wife are expecting a baby now. They need a proper home, and this land is perfect for a large house. I've already decided to tear down this place and build a 2-family home here for Chris and his new family. You two have had your fun in the new house. It's time to make way for the future.
Wait a minute. You're tearing down our house to build a new one for Chris and yourself? That's incredibly selfish. Have you ever considered how this affects us? Are we supposed to just move out because you feel like it? That's completely unfair.
Unfair? You're calling me selfish? I'm not the one who insulted my mother-in-law, calling her poor and useless. I'm not the one who tried to sever ties with my husband's family just because I thought I was better than them. Remember, you're the one who told me you didn't want me in your life, didn't want me around. So fine, you don't want me? You won't have the house either. And frankly, I'm done with you and Kyle. I've had enough of both of you. You're no longer my concern.
No, please wait. You can't just do this. What are we supposed to do now?
That's not my problem. You brought this on yourselves. Good luck figuring it out with your husband. I'm sure you two will manage. Somehow.
Mom, please pick up the phone. I'm in real trouble here. I have nowhere to live, and Alyssa is about to kick me out too. She's even talking about divorce now. Can you believe it? Why is it coming to this? We just built that house.
Kyle, you should be ashamed of yourself. You've been telling Alyssa all these things about me, making me out to be the bad guy. And now you come crawling back to me for help? Do you even have any idea how much money I've lent you over the years?
I thought you'd help me out because I'm your son.
The money I lent you is not a gift. It's a loan, Kyle.
What do you mean?
It's just a debt. I have all the promissory notes for the money I've lent you until now. I've consulted a lawyer, so once you start working again, I'll be expecting you to pay it all back immediately.
Wait a minute, Mom, are you serious? You plan on taking back the money you gave me?
I never gave it to you. I lent it to you. Don't get it twisted.
But why, Mom? That house was supposed to be mine. You can't just suddenly decide to give it to Chris instead? Did he somehow convince you to do this? Is that what happened here?
Kyle, wake up. What you're doing right now is honestly disgraceful. Lying to both your mother and your wife to get money isn't a way to live. You should be thankful that Alyssa is letting you stay at her house, considering how things are going for you. I'm cutting ties with you for a while because if I don't, you'll keep relying on me. You'll end up being a burden on Chris, too.
Cut ties? Are you out of your mind?
You were the one who said Alyssa could do whatever she wanted when she tried to cut ties with me.
I just didn't want to deal with upsetting her.
Well, good for you. Now you can sever ties with me too. And as for the money I lent you, I'll make sure to collect it properly. You need to find a job and figure your life out.
Mom, wait. What about my house? You can't just take that away.
You should earn your own money before thinking about owning a house. Do your best with Alyssa. Work together. I'm just an outsider in this situation. Goodbye.
You decided not to demolish the house after all, didn't you? I heard this from Chris's wife.
Oh, you're still in touch with her? It's perfectly fine for you to maintain contact, but I'd appreciate it if you could refrain from getting involved any further in our lives. It would be quite inconvenient if you were to come over to the house unexpectedly. If you really don't want things to escalate to the point of involving the police, I would ask that you please stop any further actions.
I have no intention of doing such a thing. I had no idea that Kyle had just barged in uninvited. He himself regrets it now and has been thinking about his actions.
So you're not going through with the divorce after all?
There have been a lot of ups and downs between us, but after reflecting on everything, I think I also have my faults. So I've decided to forgive him for what happened.
I see. That must be quite tough for your parents too, having to witness all of this.
Kyle has recently found a job through my parents' connections, which has been a relief. He is finally taking things seriously and working hard. I really wanted to reach out to you to sincerely apologize for my past behavior.
Huh? You want to apologize to me?
Yes, absolutely. I'm really sorry for saying such rude things before. After hearing all the circumstances from Chris, it opened my eyes to the truth of the situation we were in. Now I'm also working myself. We are both trying our best to get our lives back on track together.
I'm surprised. I never expected to receive an apology from you. Alyssa, it seems you really have come to your senses and matured through all of this.
I sincerely apologize for being rude all this time. I didn't know that you were helping out with our living expenses during those difficult times. I feel terrible about that.
It's fine now. It's all in the past, and we can't change what has already happened. You both are still young, and if you've decided to work hard as a couple, I truly hope you put in a lot of effort to make it work. I'll leave it to you to take care of everything from now on. However, please don't overdo it either. Remember to take care of yourselves. Well then, thank you for taking the time to contact me. I appreciate it.
You take care of yourself too. I'm truly sorry for everything that has transpired.
Thank you for realizing the situation and reaching out to me. I hope you both work hard for a brighter future ahead. I have been maintaining my silence with Kyle as usual, keeping a distance and avoiding any communication with him. It has been quite a long time since I last heard from him, and I've grown accustomed to this state of being without him in my life. The memories we shared are now distant echoes, but they still linger in the back of my mind. However, recently, through Chris's wife, I learned some news that took me completely by surprise. Alyssa is pregnant. When I first heard that news, a whirlwind of emotions surged within me. I felt a mix of curiosity, concern, and even a hint of nostalgia. On one hand, I found myself wondering how they were handling this significant change in their lives. On the other hand, I couldn't help but reflect on my own feelings regarding Kyla and Alyssa, especially considering the tumultuous history we all shared. The thought of them starting a family together raised so many questions in my mind. Questions that I had to confront as I processed this unexpected information. It seems that Kyle is now working seriously, striving to be more responsible. I've heard that he is genuinely trying to make an effort to turn his life around, which is something I never thought I would see happen. This newfound dedication includes working hard to pay back the debt he owes me, which is a remarkable change in his behavior. His commitment to paying the debts shows a level of responsibility that was previously lacking in his character. This shift in his attitude gives me hope that he is on a better path. And moreover, it appears that they have managed to move out of Alyssa's parents' house together. This step signifies a degree of independence and maturity that Kyle seemed to struggle with in the past. The fact that they are living on their own now suggests that they are trying to build a life together, separate from their families, which is a significant milestone. It's a step towards self-sufficiency that I hope will serve them well in the future. As I think about all of this, I feel somewhat relieved that he seems to have learned something from that experience we went through. The hardships and challenges that they faced must have contributed to his newfound determination.
Life often teaches us lessons in unexpected ways, and perhaps this is one of those moments for him. It's a realization that the struggles we endure can lead to personal growth, and I hope Kyle has genuinely taken the time to reflect on his actions and their consequences. Despite the pain associated with our past, I want to believe that Kyle has truly come to understand the impact of his decisions on those around him. It's important for people to learn and grow from their experiences, and I want to hold on to the hope that he is becoming a better person, one who is capable of taking responsibility for his actions and the effects they have on others. If we ever meet again, I hope to be able to smile and forgive him. Forgiveness is a powerful thing. It not only helps the person being forgiven, but also offers a sense of peace to the one doing the forgiving. I realize that holding on to resentment only weighs me down, and I want to move forward with my life without that burden. The thought of letting go is liberating, and I want to embrace that freedom. Meeting Kyle again would present an opportunity for both of us to acknowledge the past, but also to look toward the future. I want to be in a place where I can genuinely wish him well and mean it. I believe that people can change, and I'd like to think that he is on that journey of change now. I want to be able to recognize the efforts he has made and appreciate his growth as a person, even if it took time for him to reach this point. As I reflect on my own journey, I find that I have also undergone significant changes. The experiences I've had, both with Kyle and Alyssa, have shaped me into a stronger and more resilient person. I've learned the importance of self-love and self-acceptance, and I'm no longer willing to settle for less than I deserve. This journey has been transformative, and I am grateful for the lessons I have learned along the way. I've had my share of struggles, and I understand that everyone has their own path to walk. If Kyle is truly committed to being a better person and making amends, I'd like to support that in whatever way I can. Life is too short to dwell on past grievances, and I want to embrace the idea of new beginnings, both for myself and for those around me. In reflecting on all of this, I realize that my feelings toward Kyle are more complicated than I initially thought. There's a part of me that still feels hurt by what happened, but I also recognize the importance of letting go. Life has a way of moving forward, whether we are ready or not, and I want to be a part of that forward motion. I don't want to be anchored by the past. I want to sail into the future with hope and determination. With Alyssa pregnant, there are new dynamics at play, and I can't help but wonder how this will affect their relationship. Will they be able to build a stable family together? Will Kyle continue on this path of responsibility, or will old habits resurface? I hope for the best for them, but I also understand that the road ahead may not be easy. Parenthood brings with it a unique set of challenges that can test even the strongest relationships. The thought of Alyssa becoming a mother fills me with mixed emotions. She and Kyle have had their share of ups and downs, and now they are stepping into a new chapter of their lives. I can only hope that they are prepared for the challenges that parenthood brings. I imagine that this experience will force them to confront their past mistakes and grow as individuals and as a couple. I want to believe that they will rise to the occasion, but I also know that it requires a lot of work and commitment. As for me, I will continue down on my own journey, cherishing the lessons I've learned from my experiences with Kyle and Alyssa. I want to be someone who can look back on my past without bitterness, someone who can genuinely wish for the happiness of others, even those who have caused me pain. It's a powerful feeling to let go of negativity and replace it with a sense of peace and acceptance. I've realized that life is too precious to hold on to grudges. It's important to forgive not only others, but also ourselves for the mistakes we've made. I want to embrace the future with an open heart, ready to welcome whatever comes my way. I want to live a life filled with joy and gratitude, surrounded by those who uplift and inspire me. In the end, all I want is peace. Peace for myself and peace for those around me. I want to embrace the idea of forgiveness and the possibility of second chances, not just for Kyle, but for everyone in my life. I'm ready to move forward and make the most of whatever comes next. Life has a funny way of working itself out, and I trust that whatever the future holds, it will be for the best. As I think about the future, I find myself contemplating what my life will look like in the months and years to come. I hope to continue growing as a person, to explore new opportunities, and to find happiness in the small things. The idea of starting anew excites me, and I want to chase after my dreams without hesitation. I also want to surround myself with people who support me, who encourage me to be the best version of myself. Building a strong support system is vital for personal growth, and I want to invest my time and energy into relationships that foster positivity and understanding. I want to be there for others as well, to lend a listening ear or a helping hand whenever possible. Ultimately, I want to live a life that reflects my values and beliefs. I want to be true to myself and pursue my passions wholeheartedly. I hope to travel, to experience different cultures, and to meet new people who can teach me about life in ways I have yet to discover. There is so much to learn and explore in this world, and I want to embrace every opportunity that comes my way. While I may not have all the answers right now, I trust that I am headed in the right direction. I believe that every experience, whether good or bad, contributes to our growth as individuals. I want to take the lessons I've learned from my past and use them as stepping stones toward a brighter future. As I prepare to embark on this new chapter of my life, I feel a sense of excitement and anticipation. I am ready to face whatever challenges may come my way, armed with the knowledge and wisdom I have gained through my experiences. I want to be resilient, adaptable, and open to change. In conclusion, as I reflect on the news of Alyssa's pregnancy and the changes happening in Kyle's life, I feel a sense of hope for both of them. I wish them well in their journey as they navigate the complexities of parenthood. I hope that they find happiness and fulfillment in their new roles as parents and partners. And for myself, I am ready to embrace the future with open arms, to forgive and let go of the past, and to create a life that brings me joy and fulfillment. I want to cherish every moment and live with intention, knowing that I have the power to shape my own destiny. While life may throw challenges my way, I feel equipped to handle them with grace and strength. I have learned to adapt and overcome, and I will carry that knowledge with me as I move forward. My experiences have shaped me into a person who is resilient and capable, and I won't let fear hold me back. As I think about the relationships in my past, I want to cultivate those that bring positivity and joy. I want to spend time with people who inspire me and motivate me to be my best self. I hope to create a network of friends and loved ones who will support me through thick and thin, and I will strive to do the same for them. In the journey ahead, I am committed to embracing change and growth. I want to continue learning and evolving as a person, both in my personal and professional life. I hope to take on new challenges and push myself beyond my comfort zone. Life is an adventure, and I want to make the most of it. I also recognize the importance of self-care and taking time for myself. I want to prioritize my mental and emotional well-being as I navigate the complexities of life. This means making time for activities that bring me joy, practicing mindfulness, and seeking balance in my life. I want to be the best version of myself, and that starts with taking care of my own needs. As I reflect on my past, I realize that every experience has contributed to the person I am today. I want to honor those experiences and the lessons they taught me. I hope to use my journey to inspire others, to show them that it's possible to overcome obstacles and create a fulfilling life. I want to be a source of encouragement for those who are struggling. Life can be challenging, and I understand the importance of having someone to lean on. I want to offer support and understanding to others, just as I have received in my own life. As I look ahead, I feel hopeful about the future. I believe that good things are coming my way, and I am excited to embrace new opportunities. I want to approach life with an open heart and an open mind, ready to welcome whatever comes next. I also want to be patient with myself as I navigate this journey. Change takes time, and I want to allow myself the grace to grow at my own pace. I understand that setbacks may happen, but I won't let them deter me from my path. Instead, I will view them as opportunities for growth and learning. In closing, as I contemplate the new chapter that awaits me, I am filled with a sense of gratitude. I am grateful for the experiences that have shaped me, for the lessons learned, and for the support I have received along the way. I am ready to move forward with confidence, knowing that I have the strength to create a life filled with purpose and joy. I look forward to what lies ahead, embracing the uncertainties and the possibilities that await me. Each day is a new opportunity to grow, to learn, and to create a life that reflects who I am and what I value. I am ready to step into this new phase of my life, filled with hope and excitement for the journey that lies ahead.
Hey, Vicky, are you there? Do you have a moment to chat at all, really quick? I just wanted to let you know something if you had a moment to text. Okay, I guess not. So I guess I'll just leave you a message here letting you know that I'm going to be moving back in with my parents. So, anyways, I'm really looking forward to seeing you soon, Rumi. Hope you're as excited as I am.
Wait, what? What are you talking about right now? What is this?
I mean that, well, let's just say that things aren't exactly going super well with my husband, and so... Well, anyways, I just don't really want to be dealing with him right now is all. But anyways, I'm just glad that I'll be coming home to people who understand and are on my side. People like you. Isn't that right?
I'm sorry, Danny. You're going to have to slow down and go over this with me one more time. I mean, is this some kind of joke or something? Or is it just your way of messing with me like you always do? Because I don't know why you think you can just come back here all of a sudden. Don't you remember you saying that you were never ever going to come back here?
I have no idea what you're talking about at all, Vicky. I mean, it's not like you really even have a right to be complaining about me coming home or anything like that. After all, you're living with my parents at their house, remember?
I know exactly whose house I'm living in right now, thank you very much for telling me. But that isn't even what I'm talking about right now. I mean that you were telling me that you're coming to live here with way too little heads up. But it doesn't matter because I also have some big news that I need to tell you. So just make some time to talk to me later today, okay?
Oh, yeah. I would love to talk to you and catch up and all that, but I'm actually just going to be way too busy doing other things.
You mean like going to the casino and coming back home pissed drunk and God knows what time? Because if I recall correctly, that was one of the reasons why you ended up moving out. You said that you were sick of us telling you what to do.
I'm so looking forward to finally moving in with you and Mom and Dad tomorrow. Isn't this exciting, Vicky? Can you believe that we're all going to get to live together just like one big happy family from here on out? It's just so great.
What are you talking about this time? Are you still going on about moving in?
I bet you thought that I had forgotten all about that when you hadn't heard from me for a while, right? Well, don't worry, I haven't forgotten one bit. I'm so sorry for not reaching out sooner. Wait, no, I'm not. I don't really care at all how you are or what you've been up to. But you're probably curious about how I've been, so I'll tell you that I've been doing really well. Thank you. I've just been so excited to move in with you and my parents.
Danny, I still have no idea what on earth you were talking about at all. What are you going on about?
Are you playing dumb or are you actually just that stupid? It's actually the latter, probably, isn't it? Well, don't worry. When I'm there, you're going to smarten up when I make you into my maid. Then you'll have to do whatever I want and you won't have any choice but to obey me.
Danny, you really have no idea what you were talking about at all. Besides, I thought I already told you that you moving in with your parents and I was not going to work. Don't you realize that none of us want or can handle living with you right now? Why can't you just respect our boundaries about that? I mean, you keep talking about moving in with your parents but you seem to be forgetting about your own brother. Have you even talked to Owen about any of this at all yet?
The only thing I need to talk to Owen about is how he could be doing much, much better than being married to you. But I guess it's a little late to say all that now. It doesn't matter. I'm sure I'll have him wrapped around my finger when I'm home. And then you really will have no choice but to do whatever I say. Isn't that right?
Danny, you have been talking out of your butt this entire time. Do you realize that? I mean, do you not think that we can't all see what's going on here? You got divorced and now you're trying to move back in with your parents. It's very obvious to everyone.
You don't know what you're talking about at all, Vicky, and nobody likes a know-it-all like you anyways. But who cares why I'm coming back home? If I miss my parents and want to be with them, then I can come back and live with them if I want.
I'm not saying that you aren't allowed to come back and live with that. I'm just not really sure that living with your parents is what you really want.
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? What do you know about what I do and don't want? Do you have any idea just how stressed out I've been over life? You have no idea what I've been going through at all.
Well, I'm very sorry that life isn't feeling very easy for you right now, but that doesn't change the facts on the ground.
The only fact is that I'm getting divorced and you have no idea the kind of stress that's been putting me through. And the only thing that is going to relieve that stress is moving back in with my family and having you as my servant.
Excuse me? You must know that that's not how this is going to work, right? I mean, you can't actually think I'm going to go along with that, right?
I don't care what you think because it's not a servant's job to think. Your job is just to do as I say. Get it? And I don't remember even giving you permission to speak, so why don't you shut up until I say otherwise? Because if you don't listen to me, I am going to make sure that you end up on the streets with no one to take care of you. Is that what you want?
I take it from that reaction that you have not said a thing about this to Owen at all.
I don't need to explain myself to every single person that asks. All I'm trying to do is be less stressed in life. Is that really so bad?
Nobody is saying that it's wrong to not want to be stressed. I'm just saying that this is not going to go how you think it is. And I am going to ask you to knock this off a second time. Do you understand me?
And just where did this turn-off attitude come from, huh? You really think you can take me on? Because if it's a fight you want, then I am more than happy to give you one. Let me tell you that. Maybe then at least you'll stop talking back to me and learn how to take orders like a good servant.
Danny, the only person here who has no idea what they are getting themselves into here is you. I can assure you of that. But I am trying to warn you now that none of this is going to go the way you want it to. It's all going to blow up in your face. I'm sure that right now your life is really hard with a lot going on, but you are better off where you are than coming back here.
You really will say anything that comes to your mind to try and keep me from coming back, won't you? Don't you have any shame at all? Don't you realize that you shouldn't mess with me? Don't you know that I could get Owen and you to divorce in a second if I wanted to?
You have to be kidding me with that, right? You don't actually think that you can do that, do you?
Oh, why don't you just wait and see when I get back there, huh? You'll see how obedient of a little brother I really have. And then you'll know to listen to me when I tell you to do something.
Well, then I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but Owen and I actually got a divorce last month.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
Oh, I guess you hadn't heard the news yet, huh? You really don't talk with your brother about anything at all, do you? Yeah, him and I aren't together anymore, and I don't live with him or your parents any longer. So, I'm not living with your parents, and when you kept saying you were going to come and live with me, that just wasn't true.
So then, you two really got a divorce, and you're just telling me this now? Are you kidding me? What's the matter with you?
That's right. I did leave your brother, and it's because I couldn't stand living with him anymore. He was nothing but a leech, and so were your good-for-nothing parents. So if you want to come home and live with them, then fine, but that's not my problem anymore.
But I don't get... What do you mean they were leeches? What were they doing to make you say that? I don't get what you're trying to tell me. Can't you just talk to me straight, please?
The only thing that I have to say to you is that you were going to come here and try and use me to get your stress out. But I was already more than stressed having to live with your brother and your horrible parents. So I know for a fact that you moving in would have pushed everything over the edge. And it's not like I didn't really try with Owen and your parents, but I finally hit the limits of patience and could make myself go no further.
But, why hasn't anyone told me about this? You'd think it would be pretty handy to know that my own brother got divorced.
I didn't bother telling you because I didn't want anything to do with your brother, you, your parents, or any of your family ever again. And you should also know that I am never going back to live with them again.
But wait, I don't get it. The whole reason why I'm coming back is because I owe my husband money, and I thought I could save some by living with my parents.
Well, if that is what your plan was, then I'm afraid that you never had any hope for that to work in the first place.
What is that supposed to mean? Why wouldn't that have worked? You're saying that I won't be able to save money when I move in with my family?
I'm just telling you now that living with your parents is going to be far more expensive than living on your own ever was.
But how can that be? How could it be more expensive to live at home with my parents? That doesn't make any sense at all. What would some housewife like you know about anything?
Well, first of all, I've had a full-time job since last year, thank you very much. And second of all, up until the divorce, I was the one paying for everything for your family.
What do you mean by that? You can't really be serious about that, right? What is going on here?
Do you even talk to your family at all? How have you not heard any of this? What is the matter with you? But if you must know, your whole family is just awful at saving money, and the only thing they are good at is spending it on useless things. The whole reason I found a job is because your lazy brother quit his job and ordered me to work in his place.
But they can't be doing that. Don't they realize how stupid of a decision it is to have you be their only source of income? Please tell me that you're joking right now. I thought that Owen was working for a nice company and made a good salary, but now you're telling me that they've all just come to rely on you?
That's right. So I'm afraid that if you moved back in with them now, you would just end up taking my place for them instead. Maybe at least then you'll believe me when I tell you about all the horrible things that your family had been putting me through before I left.
You have to be lying to me. There is no way that my whole family would act that way towards you. But more importantly, do you really think that's how they would act towards me? I mean, if they were really all being so horrible to you, I guess I really do understand why you ended up divorcing Owen. Sounds to me like they never even made you feel like part of the family.
And you were going to add on to the stress by trying to use me like some kind of servant. So it's not like you're exactly blameless in all of this as well. But anyways, good luck dealing with all that.
Wait, hold on a second. This can't be right. Why am I even listening to you? I mean, you're divorced from my brother, and now you're just telling me lies about my family to try and turn me against them? I can see what you're doing here, you know. I'm not going to be fooled. But I don't even want to see you coming around my family again. It's obvious that you don't have their best interests at heart, and you were the one using them.
Well, that's fine, because like I said, I don't anything to do with them ever again. And if you really think that I would ever come back to them anyways, let me double down on that and tell you never to come to me for help. Because I won't be there for you at all.
Oh, please, you think that anyone would ever need you? You're a good-for-nothing, useless housewife, and that's why my brother left you. So just stay away from my family.
I already told you that I don't want anything to do with your family. How many times are we going to repeat the same conversation?
We're going to keep repeating it until, hypothetically, if this was a script being written by an author with a word count, that word count would be satisfied. Hey, Vicky, are you there? I was just wondering if you and I could talk over the phone for a little bit, maybe? There are just a couple of things that I want to talk to you about.
Well, whatever they are, you can leave me out of it.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that, Vicky. Please, I'm your ex-sister-in-law. You have to be there for me.
I really don't have to do anything for you at all if I don't feel like it, Danny. In fact, you told me to stay away from your family, and I told you that I wanted nothing to do with you. So I don't even know why I'm even responding.
Please, just answer the phone. It's really, really important. I need your help right now.
I thought I told you that I would never ever help you if you came and asked me. So what do you think this is going to accomplish for you?
It's just that, well, everything you said was really true. About my family, I mean. I really can't believe it. Not only are my parents jobless, but they and my brother all have huge loans that they need to pay off, and they're all expecting me to help them out. At this rate, my savings are only going to last another week here.
Yeah, well, they're your family, so it sounds like more of a you problem, don't you think? Anyways, I've got better things to do right now, so I'm going to go.
Wait, hold on. You can't just leave. What are you talking about? I tell you that you were right and that's all you have to say to me? Don't you think you're being just a little too cruel right now?
Not really. I think that I don't owe you anything and I'm reacting exactly how I told you I would. In fact, you're lucky that I'm even still talking to you. Don't you realize who you are to me?
What do you mean by that? What am I to you?
You're my ex-husband's sister. That basically makes you no one to me. So why are you even messaging me? I thought I told you that I didn't want anything to do with your family anymore.
But this is really, really important. Please. We are basically out of money and I don't know what we're supposed to do. I really, really need your help right now, Vicky.
Look, Danny, we talked about this. We had a long, circular conversation about this, don't you remember? Because if you forget, then let me remind you that I said that I divorced your brother, I moved away from your family, and I would never ever come back to live with them again.
But please, I thought that you would come back and help me if I really needed it. I mean, we're family, right? Isn't that what family is supposed to do when we're in trouble?
And I literally told you that if you came to me to ask for help that I wouldn't do anything. I told you that, don't you remember? So why do you think things would be different now?
Well, because I thought that you would want to help me. I didn't think that you would leave me like this. But that's it. What if you come and live with us instead? How does that sound?
First of all, you and I aren't family, so let's get that straight right now. Second of all, I already said that I'm never ever going back to live with your family, remember? And if you must know, I am loving living by myself. It is gratifying and liberating and so much better than when I was living with Owen and your family. In fact, I hope you all tear each other apart for all that I care. Because like I said, I don't want anything to do with you or your family ever again.
But then, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to get out of this mess? I mean, how are any of us supposed to get out of this mess?
Let me change the subject really quick. You got divorced with your husband because you cheated on him, right?
How did you figure that one out?
Well, because I've heard you bragging about it before. So it's not surprising that he found out about it. But anyways, I imagine that when you two did get a divorce that he probably sued you for quite a pretty penny. Here you thought you were going to be able to live with your family and save money to pay them all back. But instead you just joined the rest of your debt-ridden family.
Please, Vicky, things weren't supposed to go this way. I didn't think this was how things were going to end up. I need your help. You've got to do something. Please, move back in with us and help us all out. We need you, Vicky.
In the end, I heard that Danny ended up reaching out to every single other person she could think of for help with her problem. And from what I heard, she had burned just about every bridge she had made with anyone who might have been willing to help her under better circumstances. In the end, I think about half of the people that Danny knew ended up blocking her number. She was expecting to move back in with her parents and not have to worry about a thing. She even thought that I was going to be like a personal servant to her. Danny thought she was going to be able to boss me around while she paid for nothing and only had to worry about herself. But things went far, far off from where Danny thought they would. Instead of being taken care of by her family, Danny found that she was forced to be the main breadwinner for her family. It was obvious to everyone, however, that living like that wasn't sustainable. I heard that Danny and her family ended up selling their family home and moving to a much smaller apartment in the city together. I've heard that each of them have started to work as well. I can't imagine they are saving much money with all of their individual debts. But if you ask me, I think this is just what they all deserve. One can hope that if they do manage to get out of this, that they will have at least learned their lesson. As for me, however, I really was enjoying getting to live alone. After spending my entire time married to Owen, taking care of him and both of his parents, to have just some space for myself was just what I needed. Of course, after a while of being divorced, my heart began to wander and I thought about finding someone new. It was actually just around then that I happened to run into my future husband at the grocery store. We were both grabbing the ingredients for the same recipe that we saw on TV, and that was how he ended up asking me on a date with him. After that, things fell into place rather quickly for us. We're already engaged to be married, and I couldn't be happier. It really does just go to show you what a difference having a healthy and supportive network around can make. But it also highlights the importance of being able to take time to be alone and reflect on things.